You're listening to Lyfe and Shyt. I'm Daneyel Walker.
And I'm Tommy Walker.
Join us as we talk about our journey overcoming fears, boundaries, marriage, family, lifestyle, business, and whatever other shit you can think of.
We're individuals that came together to create one unit with one mind and one goal.
Hey, baby.
What's up, girl?
How are you?
Man, in the words of my man Blake, I'm on the struggle bus today.
You gonna rock that out, huh?
I'm using it all day for the rest of the day.
Struggle bus is real.
Man, we had a good time this weekend.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And I hit up Blake because I forgot your blanket. And I was like, yo, bro, I forgot Danielle's blanket. I said, I hope you're not as hurting as bad as we are. And he said, I'm on a struggle bus just a little bit. It's like I've never heard anything like that. Usually, struggle bus is because you're struggling in the world, right?
Well, that he is struggling in the world.
You just struggling. You just out there just hard. You know?
Yeah.
That's a different struggle.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, I've been on that bus for a long time too.
Oh, that's too funny. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
How in the hell did you get tickets to the Star Wars burlesque show?
Oh man.
How did you hear about it?
The algorithm. Yeah, it's a great question. Because the whole time when I bought the tickets, I was hoping that you'd never seen it.
Yeah, no, I had never seen this. So
Literally,
Tommy
legit.
surprised me last week with a trip to the show. He said he put it on the calendar as date night.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this date night? You know, and we honestly, we get so busy. It's just like things happen. And it was date night, and I was like, oh shit. And of course, we were racing to it, right? True Walker style, so racing from one event to the next. And we got there, and he, on the way, he's like, oh, we're supposed to be there 10 minutes before time, and we're supposed to do this and that. And it's like, oh.
Well, I mean, so date night, as Danielle said, when you put it on purpose, right? Because I mean, when you think of date night, it's not just going out to eat and you call that a date.
Right.
Date night, like we actually was like, it's just all about us. We're not going out to eat because we ain't have time. We actually going to spend some time together and watch a show. And I was like, we haven't been to a show in a long time.
Yeah, I'm like, what show? What kind of show?
And that's all I kept saying. Danielle was like, I was like, yeah, we're going to a show. She was like, what kind of show? Like, what is this show?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought it was like some kind of like a documentary or I don't know, some kind of I don't know,
something educational, something like like what I want to go to is the King Tut. You thought it was gonna be something along those lines?
Yep, something that MT would probably have told you. I wanted you to check this out, brother. I'm like, oh boy, not that I wouldn't have wanted to go to it. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let's stop at your MT voice. Someone wanted you to check out, brother. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Nah, it was dope. So Empire Strips Back was the name of it.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of it, Google that shit. Empire Strips Back. It might be coming to a city near you, but it was pretty fucking dope. I mean, it was. I don't know. It's that weird place between downtown and Barrio.
Well, yeah. If you're going to the actual location, that's a whole nother story,
it was
y'all.
Sketchy.
Yeah, I mean, it was. What's another word for sketchy or like? I don't know. It was scary as shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I mean, literally, there's like a tent city, like all around it. You gotta like walk through, and there's huge signs like painted on the wall that say,
there was posters.
Oh, the posters
yeah.
that say this way to the venue, and
entrance,
then to the
this
entrance,
way.
and then you keep walking. There's a whole nother long ass like arrow entrance this way. It's like, where are we going, and what are we going to see?
Yeah.
So it was funny. But as soon as we turned the corner, it was like, what? Empire Strips Back. I was like, what is this?
So it was a big ass warehouse. Like they set up, they took over this big ass warehouse in right off a commercial in San Diego, and you had lights, stage. You walk through a Connex container.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that was like. I don't know what they did with that.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah, it was weird.
And then everybody had lightsabers.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was pretty dope. And we can't tell you about the show. Like, you got to go check the show out.
Yeah, you do. Lando's cousin.
His little cousin. Yeah. And if you're into, so like, I just got into Star Wars.
Yes.
Like I mean, for those that know, I'm not that old as far as Star Wars go. But
yeah, well, neither one of us grew up watching Star Wars or anything like that. We got on the boat late.
It was a COVID thing. So
for you, it was COVID.
Yeah.
For me, it wasn't COVID.
Yeah, exactly. So Daneyel been watching Star Wars for years.
Yeah, I just decided to watch it one day. Christmas, I said I'm gonna wake up 5 o'clock in the morning
and just watch all the Star Wars.
I did.
Yeah. and then you geeked out about it, talked about it, and then during COVID, I was like, well, shit, like everything else during COVID, you just do stuff that you never normally do. And I got into it, and I watched every single movie there was. And then I just, of course, I went over and above. I started watching Mandalorian and Boba Fett and all this other shit. And Star Wars is actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like it.
The concept, everything about it. It's good. It's really good.
It was way too sci-fi for me at first, but then eventually I was like, if you really look at the storylines and everything, I was like, all right, this is all right. I could dig this. So then when the Empire Strips Back popped up, now you asked, how did I get the tickets? Social media, right? So this is, and we talk about social media a lot, right? We always talk about what your algorithm tells you is, you know, how you click and all this other shit. So I'm sitting there, I see that this ad come up, and I'm like, Empire. I had to read it 3 times. I'm like, Strips Back. And then I looked. I was like, what the fuck is this? But of course, as soon as you click on it, that's it. Like, even if you question, like, so if you say, what is this? And then you click, it's going to keep popping up.
Oh, yeah.
So that one click. And so I clicked and I read it and I was like, huh, okay. Didn't think nothing of it. Then it just kept coming up. I was like, you know what? This would be a cool date night. So that's how the algorithm made me do it.
Okay. Go algorithm, go.
Yeah. And of course, in true Daneyel and Tommy Walker fashion, we get there, you know, so we did the front row VIP thing, right? Which was not a very VIP experience, right? It was just
the front row.
Yeah.
That was the regular fold chairs.
It was like church. It was like we showed up and it was like, yo, we ain't got no more chairs. Let me grab one of these fold out chairs
and
put you on the end.
Yeah. And we got a bottle of wine.
Yeah, so we walk in with a bottle of wine that we bought there, and then we get our fold-out chair and we watch the show, and it was dope.
Oh, that's funny. There's
shit, we don't have our wine. God, this is the first episode where we don't have no wine. That's how you know
we
on a struggle bus right now. This struggle bus, the struggle bus is real. Goddamn it!
I just didn't even. I mean, and you guys know that I am an avid Turner.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that tells you how kind of a weekend we had.
Yeah, buddy. Yes. We had a pretty cool week. Like you started off, we're on the struggle bus, and that's because we went to a very cool show last night. And that was amazing. It's a show we've gone to. It's every third Sunday.
Yes.
Now? Every third Sunday out here in San Diego. If you're ever out here and want to hang out, let us know. Pretty cool.
Yeah, super dope show. Live bands and all that other stuff.
Entertainers.
So, yeah, we can't really drop it because he got some big things going on that hopefully will spread nationwide. But if you're in San Diego, it's definitely something you got to check out.
Yeah, and after that, we decided. Well, we had quite a lot to drink there. Well, not even really. Like we didn't really have a lot to drink. I think it was just a long night.
Well, that and don't ever do this. We were drinking wine and champagne at the same damn time.
Yeah.
If that's
I
not
forgot about that.
If that's not some young, that's some young people shit right there.
We started with champagne, went to wine, and then went back to champagne.
No, we just kept going back and forth.
Oh no, I didn't go back and
No,
forth.
I was going back and forth. That's why this show's called Lyfe and Shyt. Yes, we was feeling good. We ain't been out in a long time.
Yesterday was live. Today I feel like shit.
We ain't been out in a long time. We ain't know how to act.
It's true.
And we had friends. You know, it was the first time that our friends had seen the show.
Yeah.
And so we were just having a great time.
We invited people to come hang out with us. So yeah. It was pretty good.
It was off the chain. It was off the chain.
Good.
And the weekend was quiet. I mean, up until that point, it was a pretty quiet weekend.
Yeah.
And then the Empire Strips Back.
Yeah.
And then the live, the jazz night.
Yeah. I since I said I started back working out. I've decided that since I'm working out, I'm gonna go to get massages. Right. So sign Tommy and I up to get massages. So this is place that
I
I
hate this-
love
I hate this
to
place.
go to. I'm not going to say their name because I probably will go back, only because I love their scrub and I love the way they do the dry scrub, and I love their wraps. And but their massages were not all that. I didn't get a massage this particular time. I only got a scrub.
Danielle sized me up for the massage. It's supposed to be a gentle, right? It was a gentle massage you signed me up for?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says like specifically like very gentle, nice, you know.
It said very gentle?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You should have let me read that.
Yeah, I should have.
You might have threw the very in there.
I may have threw the very in there. It says gentle though, definitely. No, but it emphasizes that it's very gentle though.
Okay.
This is why I picked that one for you, because I know you didn't want a rough and tough one, right? And unfortunately, it was rough and tough, huh, babe? It's so funny because, like, you know, ladies like, oh, how was everything? He's like, oh, it's good. We walk out, and I was like, how was it, babe? He's like, sucked.
I said it was fucking terrible. That's what I said. I go in. First of all, the place looks like a nursing home, right? It looked like they took a nursing home, which it probably did. You know, they took a nursing home, and then
That makes sense.
They flipped it into a spa.
Oh.
Yeah, 1,000%. Now, when you look at it, even how the parking lot is, it's terrible.
Yeah.
So then we go in, right? And I've been to this place once before. And even that first time, I was like, fuck this place. I would never come back here. And then Daneyel bamboozles me with the whole, I'm going to the spa. And I'm like, because when I think of spa, I think of luxury, like nice, like champagne.
Yeah,
you know.
I take him to the spa. He gonna be like, how much money does this cost?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's
at
the other thing.
least-
This massage was not expensive either.
It wasn't expensive? I'm glad. 'Cause she beat me up. So I walk out. I had this lady, you know, she looks at me, small lady. And she's like, you know, welcome. I'm take care of you. I'm like, all right, cool, great. She got in the elbows. I was like, yo. I mean, she got all my knots out. If you ever go get massages, you understand what the knots are. I got a lot of knots. My neck, my shoulders, everywhere. She got all the knots out. But I'm talking about sore. Like, I was like, babe, what the fuck? I was like, I feel like I got beat up. I feel like I had a day of playing basketball. And then, you know, you feel sore the next day.
Yep.
I was sore for like 2 days. I was like, fuck, I'm never going back to this place.
So I might have bruises.
Yeah,
from
small. Like, and I ain't even talking like, you know, when you go to Thailand, like when we was in Thailand, they were small enough to jump on you.
Yeah.
She wasn't that small, but I mean slim. But boy, shit. She was a goddamn WWE champion in her former life.
in her former life.
At the nursing home, flipped it to a spa.
That is hilarious. She put it on you, huh, babe?
Oh man. I had to go back and get a different massage from somebody else. I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, just to counter, just to get a very gentle massage. I was like, can't do this. It's hard out there.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
But that was fun. I like doing that stuff with you though.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's way cool. You always do the scrub thing, and me, I like the soft massage. I've done the gentle thing for so long. Remember that time when it was like a Swedish girl or something like that did a massage. She was professional.
Like we don't go to other professionals. She was professional. Just want to add that in there.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. At one point, everybody was masseuse. it's like, oh, what? By the way, I do massages too. It's like you look at brothers like, hold up, what?
Babe, what Swedish girl?
You remember she was like 6'10", and it was the first time I realized that I had so many knots, and she was rubbing knots out. She was like, oh, you feel
I'm talking
this?
about Pink.
Yes.
She wasn't Swedish though.
Okay, I thought she was Swedish. She was big.
She was. I want to say maybe Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ukrainian?
Yeah.
Russian? Somewhere along those lines?
Yeah, I didn't want to say them both together, but yeah.
In that region?
Yeah, I guess
somewhere
you're right.
over
You're
there.
right. Yeah.
That was when I first learned about knots.
Mm-hmm. And she called them stickies, remember?
Yeah. She was like, you got
out.
so many stickies. I mean, like popping them.
She was like, pop, 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 pop. I was like, ah.
Man, that was the last time I was like, I can't do that no more. I need to go. That was the last time I had one of those deep, what they call deep tissue. I was like, I can't do that shit.
She was like,
no
how do
more.
you want it? You're like, I want it deep. Real deep. I was like, don't give me that.
Almost had me crying. I think I did cry. I think I did shed a tear just a little bit. I almost shed a tear at this place. Just a little bit. I was like,
Horrible.
I ain't no punk. But goddamn.
Horrible.
That was a good shit though. Look, Daneyel yawning on the goddamn. God
Sorry. I didn't even hold that.
Twice.
Please
Coughing,
cut that.
yawning.
Oh my gosh.
You said, please cut that. Trev's like, nope, fuck that. Everything is on. It's hard out here. It's hard. That's why today's a freestyle. We just talk about the last few hours, the last few days.
The last few days.
Yeah. What else happened the last 72 hours?
The last 72 hours, a lot of stuff happened.
We hung out with our granddaughter.
Yes, that was pretty cool. She's crazy. She's fun. She's active.
Off the chain. She is off the chain.
That's just something else. It was funny. I heard you telling people last night, and then I also was like, oh yeah, that's funny. And I told someone too the story about how we were telling her to kind of line up against the wall, and she wasn't listening. Well, her mom was telling her, our daughter is like, stay here, and she kept running off, and then she was kind of doing like, ah ha 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 ha, yeah, and then she's like, get back over here, and then she ran back, and then Tommy pulled her to the side, and he like said something to her, and then she went and said okay, and then she stood by the wall, and then she didn't move, and our daughter was like, what did you tell her?
I just told her what she's supposed to do. But I explained it to her like a human. Like,
yeah, you just keep pulling her back. It's like she doesn't know what's going on, you know.
It's a game.
Meanwhile, people are walking by, literally she could get hurt.
Yeah, I was like, yo, calm down, you're gonna hurt somebody. Stand next to the wall. Okay And then she was yelling for me in the restaurant.
Oh man, that was hilarious. He went to the bathroom, and so she's like, where Papa? And I was like, what do you want to eat? And she's like, no, where Papa? And I was like, just sit down. She's like, Papa. And she said, Papa. I'm like, really? Really? you heard her. So
I heard her. I was like, what the fuck? I had to stick my head out the door like, yo, I'm over here, homie.
Like, I'm waiting for the bathroom. A big old smile cover her face. Papa.
Chill.
Like, that kid loves her Papa. I tell you, we were walking outside. She was looking around like, oh. Man, it's when she leaves us, she's our first grand, but she balls her little eyes out. It's so sweet. So sweet. None of my kids ever cry for me, so none of them.
You silly. They cry for you now. Grown
That's
asses.
the truth.
Adults as hell be crying. But they all right, though.
Yeah, they are.
They're all right.
We're babies.
Yeah, we're struggling. You got any more notes on there?
No. We struggling.
It was like, yo, today was one of those days where we was looking at the laptop and I was like, yo, my brain, I'm like, all I want to do is go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, I just can't. I was like, I can't rock like this no more. It was like, I think yesterday I had that point where I was like, I can't do this shit no more.
Yeah.
Like this is 21, 25.
Yeah.
Even 30 was like, all right, I could get away with it.
30-year-old party stuff.
Yeah, 35, it was like, all right, let's be more strategic. Now at 41, I'm like, no. Not when I got shit to do tomorrow. Yeah, so we can't rock it like that.
No, we can't.
Unless people are in town, then we got to take 2 days off.
Yes, yeah,
I'm gonna sleep
recover.
like a baby tonight.
Oh man, I cannot wait to sleep. I just want to eat a good meal and sleep.
My fingers are ashy. like before the show started, I'm sitting here licking my fingers, my hands. I was like, what the fuck is going on in my life right now? And I look pretty good. Like this, if y'all watching this, you could tell how bad today was because Danielle is wearing
I'm still young.
her goddamn hoodie. And I look like I actually went to work today. Where vice versa, where you did more work today than I did.
I was like, I legit worked. Like I had meetings with people. I had to actually sit and talk with folks today. So for real. Yeah. I mean, I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. My first appointment was at 7 o'clock this morning. So, and I woke up and I said, oh, my first meeting's not till 9. I'm going back to bed. And then I was like, oh no, like I got something at 7. I got to get up now.
Yeah, that was 6:23. I remember you leaving. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, it's 7:50. I should be out the door already. I was supposed to be at the office at 7 o'clock. That's how bad today is.
Yeah.
I look good though.
That's good. I mean, I just was like a sweatsuit. It is nice and warm, like comfortable.
I was like, all day, huh? She's like, all day.
Yeah. I was gonna change, and I said, well.
Yeah, so that's what today's look like. So this is our authentic self, right? This is truly who we are, authentically. We just like, fuck it, let's get on the mic and still do it anyway. Yeah. Side note, the jacket that I am wearing, because I had a nice conversation. Cool, yeah, because I had a nice conversation in the last few days as well. one of the board of supervisors for the county of San Diego came over to the cafe.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So shout out to the supervisors, the board of supervisors, and hopefully we get him on the show.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I seen he just did a podcast that he posted. So
okay.
So he came through. It was pretty dope. His team was there. And, it was a great time. And some community members showed up. And I had a nice conversation with the guy that runs the San Diego Veterans Coalition.
Okay.
So,
that's right.
Yeah, so the coalition is basically working to help veterans transition back into communities, right? So I know when I got out, you go through TAPS program and you have these different, programs that the military gives you, in which he said, this was his words, the military is very good at transitioning. So they get you from one base to another base, from one school to another school, whatever it is, your commands and all that, and then they get you out. They do that great. But the thing that they don't do is prepare you for going back into the community, which is a little strange, right? Especially if you bounced around. If you've lived in one neighborhood or one area, then that's easy. If you've bounced around state to state, city to city, then you don't know if you want to stay in that city. You don't know if you're getting out. You don't know if you're going home. There's a lot of things that goes on in your head. And then depending on how big your family is or how old your family is, a lot of things you have to think about. So their job is helping veterans transition back into whatever community it is that they choose.
Right. I mean, and there's people that are living overseas, right? And they come back to America. Like, that's a trip. I never really thought about that. You've been in Japan for 4 years, and now you're out of the Navy or whatever branch of the military you served, and you were back in America, and it's like it's a whole new world.
Exactly. Yep. So. Like you said, if there's veterans that lived in Japan or Germany or whatever, and they stay there their entire tour or their entire enlistment, and then get out and then come back to the country, and they looking at this motherfucker like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? Like, where am I?
What happened?
Even though you're from here.
Yeah.
So it was pretty dope listening to them and being a part of their meetings. I'm gonna try and participate in a lot of their meetings and all that stuff. But my jacket is literally tied to that same cause. So this particular brand, it's Ken Nicole, it's awareness. So for every awareness item that you purchase, contributions go to helping veterans get back into the workforce and transition back into their communities.
Oh, that's dope.
So shout out to Kenneth Cole and the awareness jacket, and I really appreciate some nice clean threads that also helps my brothers and sisters that are veterans in transition.
Yeah, that is dope. Awareness, I like that.
Yeah. You got a final thought?
Yeah, I freestyle my destiny. It's not written in pages, just like this podcast.
I thought you was about to freestyle. Seriously. I was about to say, y'all get ready, America.
I did a lot of it last night, though, oddly. It was pretty good, though.
Bad music, yeah. people was letting you know, too. Like, what? Fuck what Tommy said. You keep doing it. I was like,
You kept trying it, too. I was like, you trying to see if I ain't got it.
I was like, no, but like I said, I ain't knocking it. I'm glad you had fun with it.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, thank you, baby.
We got before we go, we got a lot of cool things happening. One thing that we got going on is this particular podcast. Like, we're almost at 100 episodes.
Yes.
So what I would like for people that's listening to us, leave some comments. Let us know what you think about the show. There's a lot of different things that we want to do. There's some things that we want to change, and there's some things that we want to add. So as the show continues to go on and the fan base grows and things like that, speak up. Let us know what you think. Drop some comments.
Let us know if there's any topics that you'd like us to approach or talk about as far as couples go, or blended families and things like that, and starting businesses and working together, just anything.
Exactly, like all that stuff. And we want to make sure that it's impactful, it's helpful, and that you got some value of it, right? And that's our truest intentions. And, with all that, drop a review. Let us know, the only way we could continue to be successful is if we have the reviews, you put the stars on there, like your Uber driver. I request a 5-star, please. Please give us a 5. Speaking of reviews, we got a review on a coffee shop, which was weird, super weird.
Yeah.
Don't give a weird review. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't be the weirdo.
But shout us out, y'all.
Yeah.
Tell us what's up.
That's it. So drop a review, drop a comment, engage, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on any platform that you listen to podcasts. Really appreciate it. We just want this thing to grow because we're having fun with it. We hope you're having fun with us, and we just want to see what 2023 has in store for the Lyfe and Shyt podcast, and Tommy and Daneyel.
Yes.
And if you haven't visited the coffee shop, come check us out. Shit, what the fuck you waiting on?
Or go online, thementalbar.com.
Thementalbar.com, or if you're in San Diego, come check us out at the Mental Bar.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what we do every day.
That's right. Rock with us, walk with us.
That's it. This is Lyfe and Shyt.
Lyfe and Shyt.
Do us a favor. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Leave a review. Let us know what your thoughts are. That's the only way that this show is going to be successful. And we appreciate you. Talk with you next time.